Okay, so I'm looking at you again. Alright, so I'm off screen, off camera, off screen, whatever. I have a box of goodies. Okay, so anyway, I'm standing in front of the WD, or the W235. I keep wanting to say WD, but the W235. And I called John Deere, and I said, give me all the filters for the W235 machine. And they're like, okay, no problem, we can do that. So they sent me all the filters, and even filters that I didn't know even existed. Like this one, what the hell is this? You know, it's like really long. So I'm gonna pull the camera out and I'm gonna bring it down here, and I know what these are. This is hydraulic filters. This I could just imagine is just a strainer for the diesel fuel. Air filters. This looks like air filter. It is air filter. In-cab filter. I know what that is. That's this guy. This has to be in-cab filter. So there's a bunch of them in here. So let me get this out. I did run the machine yesterday, and it seemed to be okay. I did have a ticking noise, the mysterious ticking noise right here. Apparently I had hit something with it. I don't remember hitting anything with it, but you know, when you're running these machines, you can hit stuff with them. And that piece right there, that cast iron piece at the tip of my finger, let me flip this up here real quick. Okay, so that piece, it's kind of strange that it would bend, because it is part of the cutter bar. Yes, part of the cutter bar. So what happens is when this thing is going at 50,000 miles per hour, it stretches a little bit, and you can see that that knife is actually touching that cast iron piece, or that cast steel. I'm going to say it's cast steel, because it actually did bend inward. So what I'm going to do, what I've already done, is I've actually hooked into this with the skid steer and pushed it back, which alleviated some of that noise from there, or the pressure on there, alleviating the need for it to hit. Now Timothy wanted me to just go ahead and hit this with or grab this with the, what do you call it? Think Wesley, the adjustable wrench, and actually just bend it, which I didn't think would work, but I think it will work, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to actually stick a bar between here and bend that out if I can, which will stop the knife from actually hitting that cast piece, because it is part of the, that looks like a soybean. Why does that look like a soybean? I don't know what that is, piece of wood. Anyways, it's going to keep it from hitting this piece here. It's part of the cutter bar. So I'm rambling on here now. Oh boy, because I got a lot to do, and I am on a different medication for Lyme disease, which I probably shouldn't be telling you all, but I am, because I am on a different medication for Lyme disease, which causes me to be very tired, fatigued, which pretty much assures me that it is Lyme disease that I have. It's kind of funny, because the medication I'm on is listed for gonorrhea, which I do not have, thank you. I think it's kind of funny, but anyways, you can see how straight this one here is. You know, it's kind of straight on the top. It's a straight run. The knife doesn't come anywhere near it, other than it's been smacked by something. I did hit a piece of wood yesterday, so that's straight, and we'll come back over here and I'll send you down that same path, and you can see that it is actually cocked. It's cocked inward. There's a little dirt there. I don't know why that's there, but it is. So really, the biggest issue that I have here is I need to get a bar behind that and give her a pry and get that straightened out. So let me stop talking in circles and go ahead and do that. Hopefully you can see. It's not hitting. that's that fixed. So now it's got a hook in it where it can grab all the grass and make a mess out of it. I'll have to look on the other side to see if maybe a piece of that rod broke off down there. Let me look. Ay, ay, ay. No, I guess not. It doesn't look like it has. It's kind of weird though, the way it is. But this is fine. I guess we're back in business here. Yeah, I'd say so. So we're back in business. Well, I was never out of business. I just, you could see before that it was hitting. It's not going to hit now. It was making a horrible noise. You could see it hammered over the edge of the knife. You see it's kind of rounded inward. It was hitting there. And it made a hell of a noise. And my dad actually said, hey, that thing's really making horrible noise. You better get that fixed. I was like, well, let's just get some hay mowed and see what kind of issues we have before we get into that. And so I did, and it seems to be working okay. But there is some other issues that I have to address under here. I never did take that plate down and fix it, which I'm going to do today. I'm just really, feeling kind of weird. But anyways, with that being said, it also has a vibration in it. And normally, when there's a vibration in here, that means that one of those tines, those conditioning tines, is broken or missing. And I need to find out which one it is or where it is and fix it. Basically, I don't see one though. I'm not seeing anything missing or broken. I'd hate to see that it had bent that conditioner, but worse things have happened. I don't see anything. Huh? They like sound like bells. I don't see anything though. There it is. I found it. Yeah, I found it. It doesn't take much, but right here it is. It's missing half of itself right here. So when that is missing, it creates a little vibration. That weight there isn't much, but it's enough to really make a hell of a noise or hell of a vibration. I did put the old original style back on here, which could also be causing some of that because these are cast and this is welded. So I will replace that one over there with that, and then I'm going to look for another one that's broken. This is a mild steel. Welded mild steel, I think. It might be a spring steel, I'm not sure, but it is welded, so I can't imagine it is mild. And I'll change that out, and hopefully that stops that vibration. And yeah, and then I'll get to work up in here. It's just a simple, you can see that whole thing moves, and it's causing a small issue, nothing major. Okay, so I am actually going to show you what the filter what it costs to do a filter change, or oil filter, just a filter change on a W235 John Deere windrower. And it's very important that you do this correctly, because if you don't do it, you just open yourself up to premature failures. I know there's a lot of guys that are giving me crap about Wix filters and Napa filters. Well, let's get into real world here. The real world is that John Deere does not make filters. John Deere never made filters that I know of. They always contracted another company to do it. Back in the day, they contracted, say, Fram to do the filters, or Wix to do the filters, or Donaldson to do the filters. This filter was made in Germany by a company, I have no idea who, but I'm pretty sure it's not Wix, Donaldson, or any of the other aforementioned Frame or whatnot. So whatever John Deere feels the spec is, that's who they get, the spec needs to be to keep them in compliance with their warranties and stuff. That's the company that they use to build their filters. So in most cases, it is going to be a Wix filter. Now, yesterday I showed you a filter that was over there on the bench. Is still there. It was a 7750S, which is the filter for the 85 or 7530 tractor, John Deere Premium. That's a Wix filter. It's made in, it's supposed to be a Wix filter. It says it's made in Gastonia, Wix, in North Carolina. But it's, who knows where it's made. There's many different ones here. Here's one. This one says it's made in the United States of America. Let me back that up there. And I actually have a barcode reader that I could probably read the barcode on that and get an idea as to what exactly it is. So give me a second here. I got a barcode reader. Yeah, here it is. And let's see what it says. It comes back with, it's a barcode, and let's say we look on Amazon for this, because a lot of people are like, oh, you can get that at Amazon. This is a Lubrifiner filter. Yep, John Deere original oil filter. It is a Lubrifiner. So Lubrifiner makes that particular filter. Let me go back, because I just love this thing. You take the barcode and it'll tell you exactly what it was, or who made it, or whatever. Well, here's another one. This one here, let's say we Amazon that one. It gives me Deadpool the movie. No, Deadpool the movie. So let's. It's not even letting me get the whole barcode on. There it goes. Okay. Hopefully this will come up with what I'm looking for. Is it going to give me the same thing? Okay. John Deere original equipment air filter. That's the air filter. It is OEM, actual part photo coming soon. So that particular filter is $189 through Amazon. So wow, buying these filters through Amazon are more expensive than if you bought them from Deere company. I know there's a lot of guys out there that say, oh, you're just a John Deere fanboy. Well, wouldn't a fanboy be someone that just says, hey, I like John Deere, so I'm going to be John Deere? Or is a fanboy someone that was raised on John Deere tractors from like the time they were born until, forever? I can't say that I'm a John Deere fanboy. It's just what I was raised on, what I know, what I like, and I like John Deere. But anyways, back to that filter cost. What was it, $189, $179, what I said? Retail price of that air filter is right here at $122, and they sold it to me for the whopping low price of $107 just for that particular air filter. Now there's an inner air filter here, which I will get the barcode on, and we will Google that sucker, or Amazon that one. This is going to be an inner air filter. That's $160 for that inner air filter. They were nice enough to sell it to me for $93.60. So if you're telling me that I can buy these filters cheaper elsewhere, I'm telling you that probably not. Here's a Google $106 inner air cleaner element. Price $106.39, which is what they listed it as, and I could buy it from Deere.com for that, or they would just sell me the damn thing for $93.62. So yeah, I think I'm doing okay here. These barcode readers, they're pretty awesome. I mean, I think there's even one on the front of this camera. Nope, it doesn't say. Maybe it's somewhere on here. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I've got, well, here's a box. Look at this. Here's a great big box. I have no idea what was in here. Let's see what the barcode reader says. Barcode reader says what originally came in this box. Something to do with a lawnmower. John Deere original equipment. It's the chute to a lawnmower is what originally came in that box. So if you don't have a barcode reader, and I suggest you get one because you can actually shop with these things. They work really good. So anyway, I don't think I did too bad, but I'm going to show you what it actually cost me just for the filters, and that's all that I bought. Was the filters, and my camera's not focusing. $527.59 is what it cost me for these filters. Shipping was, FedEx shipping was $20. So they charged me $20 to ship the thing. Okay, so if I'd went to the filter.com like a lot of people have said, maybe I would have been a different price than what I could see there, but I don't even see it filter.com when it comes to the barcodes on Google. So these are original filters. They are John Deere filters, and I got them from John Deere for less than what I can buy them on Amazon. So there you go. That's it. All right. So now I've got the filters, the air filters, oil filters, hydraulic oil filters, fuel filters, all that filters for $527.39. I believe that's what it was. $527.59. $527.59. And that doesn't include fluids like oil, coolant, hydraulic fluid, gear oil for the bar. It doesn't include that stuff. So here I've got $500 worth of filters to filter literally probably, I don't know how many gallons of hydraulic oil this thing takes, but the hydraulic oil in this is fine. I don't change it that often. I'm not at the 3,000 hour mark yet to have to change it. So for the I changed the first time. The second time I haven't changed it yet. John Deere comes out, their hydraulic oil I believe is yellow. It's kind of weird. But I've put, last time I changed it, I put in High-Guard oil from John Deere, which is specifically designed for these machines. I know there was a lot of comments that were made with, oh, well, I wouldn't buy John Deere OEM nothing. I'll just buy AMSOIL, or I'll buy Valvoline, or I'll buy whatever. Okay, so here's the deal. When you buy oil, you can buy, put it this way, there's probably an old bucket around. I got Mobil 1300 Super Diesel engine. Okay, so that's Mobil's long life, extended life engine oil for heavy duty trucks and tractors and things. It has a certain amount of additives in it. So when you buy the oil from, say, Tractor Supply, that oil is, don't use that. It's cheaper than anything else because the grade is terrible. It's terrible. Pretty much they take everything out of that oil that they can, and then they put in the minimum requirements for the lubricity and everything else back into that oil, and then sell it to you at a cheaper rate because they've stripped all the goodness of the oil away. John Deere contracts, I believe, Valvoline to produce their oils. Now, I've used Valvoline oils in the past. Had no problems with them. I've used Wolf's Head, I've used Valvolines, I've used Rotella engine oils. In the end, I'm using Schaefer's now, and I save fuel. It's more expensive. It's a synthetic blend. It's the Schaefer's 700 synthetic blend, 1540. That works well in all the tractors. It is very good oil. I get better fuel economy, cooler engines, and longer run times. It seems to, I just don't seem to have any thermal breakdown. And a simple way to see thermal breakdown is on your breather tubes. If you see a lot of mist coming out of your breather tube, that is the beginnings of thermal breakdown in your oil, and you will then have major problems if you don't get that oil changed. Now, if you go down to Tractor Supply and say, hey, I'm just going to buy this cheap old Traveler brand engine oil and put in my John Deere tractor because it says it meets and exceeds, meets all OEM standards, that is a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. That's okay for homeowners that don't really know the difference, but if you're relying on your machines on a daily basis, I definitely would not use that oil. John Deere contracts, I believe Valvoline, I'm pretty sure it's Valvoline, to produce the oil for their machines. I used to use Valvoline just for that simple reason, because Valvoline was the ones that produced the oil for John Deere. At least that's what I was told years ago. So I always used Valvoline engine oil and transmission oil, and it worked really well. So I thought. I had synchronizer issues, I had brake issues, I had all kinds of issues, here and there, and it all boiled down to lubricity. I since went back to, what is that, High-Guard? I think it's High-Guard, yeah. Let me look. I gotta look real quick. The John Deere, I think it's High-Guard, right? Yeah, John Deere High-Guard transmission oil. I always thought it was Torque Guard, but I guess Torque Guard is the engine oil. But anyway, so I'm using John Deere High-Guard, and I'm just not having the problems that I was having with the Valvoline oil. And I know I'm just a John Deere fanboy and everything, and I do buy John Deere stuff. But that John Deere oil is cheaper than what the Valvoline was, and I know for a fact that it is for my IVT, power shift, and other transmissions. The 4960 I believe I'm pretty sure that had Valvoline in it. I'm almost 100% certain I had Valvoline transmission oil in that thing. And yeah, the transmission went in that, but you know what? I think that was from years ago, that those problems had occurred long before I bought that tractor, because I really didn't use it for too much heavy use, and it did finally let loose. But the 4960 is running fine. It's got a brand new transmission in it, and it will be running the High Guard transmission oil. So anyways, with that being said, as far as the engine oils, I will use Schaefer's because I like it a lot better than even the John Deere Plus 50, and the hydraulic transmission oils I'm using in everything, all of it, from the hydrostatic drive in this mower to the skid steer to the IVT transmissions that are in the 75 and the 8530, which will bring me to the next video on the 8530, and you will see that probably after this one. And there you go. I see Teresa just pulled up, so I'm going to eat my lunch.